How's it going, everyone? Blueknight here, and welcome back to another Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time video. So it's here, it's finally here. The launch trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4 has finally arrived nearly a week ahead of the game's official launch, and it's absolutely awesome. Check it out, and then we'll start breaking it down afterward.
A great power has awoken. I fear it portends an event of reality-shattering proportions. Crash! 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 Wake up!
What you collecting? Crystals, gems,
masks.
Everything getting harder to find.
Guess that means I'll have to kill you. Huh?
No time to rest. Just do your best. What you hear is not a test.
By my calculations, our enemies are already moving against us. We will prevail.
We're only here to make you go.
Okay, so that trailer was absolutely lit. Easily a way better trailer than the first one for obvious reasons. But there are things in here that definitely blew me away when I first saw this trailer. I mean, wow. Including the music. I mean, they can't seem to stop picking very good music for these trailers, am I right? But that's only some of my first impressions. You'll be getting to hear some more later on in the video as we get to break down this trailer. So without further ado, let's get started doing just that. So the trailer starts out with Crash walking through a place between space and time with an eerie voice narrating, although it turned out to be Aku Aku just trying to wake up Crash, and he winds up throwing a controller at him in order to do so. Again, I can't get enough of this. I watched this so many times and it's still funny. And again, this level of expression is so good. I just can't get enough of it. But in this sequence of quick shots of different things from the game, including the spooky looking structure that we saw from the reveal trailer from back in June, which could very well be where this giant spectral being is after we rescue Lanny Lowly. Who knows? But then we see Cortex on a monitor. This is most likely from a cutscene or in the flashback levels. Then we get to see a close-up of Cortex's face from the intro cutscene that was recently described in full detail in Game Informer's in-depth look at the game. Once again, we get to see Crash grinding on some sort of time rails between dimensions like in the reveal trailer. So I'm curious, are we going to be traveling to different dimensions via this sequence and not a loading screen? Or is this just for trailer purposes? I don't know. What do you guys think? We get a look at a desert level with machinery and spike barriers on the grind rail. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting some Spyro Reignited vibes from this one. More precisely, Dry Canyon. I get it, it's the Unreal Engine, so desert levels may look similar between the games. Outside of a space station level, we have a bunch of moving platforms that'll require Kapunawa in order to cross. We then get to see some bits of Crash using Ika Ika and Akano, basically stuff that we've already seen before. So let's move on to Dr. Cortex being confirmed as a boss in this game, as well as a quick glimpse into a cutscene. But the way Cortex delivers his line, followed by Crash's confused reaction, was just perfect. And this shot right here of Cortex, oh, is so good. And this actually captures both Cortex's menacingly maniacal side, but also his goofier side as well. At least to me personally. And to be honest, I was beginning to even wonder if Cortex was going to be a boss in this game, given that he was a playable character in his own timeline levels. Clearly, I was wrong. But speaking of Cortex's timeline levels, we got a quick glimpse at another one. This one being prehistoric themed, you know, with the fossils, lava, and whatnot. Here we can see Cortex turning this bug into a bouncing platform to traverse this gap. Now, if any of you guys have managed to pre-order the game, you have access to a demo of the game, featuring the level Dino Dash. In it, a rock structure collapses after Crash passes it. And looking at the Snow Way Out level, which was also in the demo, a similar thing happens when the ship explodes because of Dr. Cortex sneezing. Combining that with this, it's likely that Cortex caused those rocks to fall in Dino Dash, albeit at the wrong time once again. Next up, we got Coco Bandicoot and I gotta say that this shot, oh, is so beautiful. I love it. But this is also a level that we never got to see much of before, and if I had to guess, it's like a Day of the Dead themed level, going by the skeletons and everything, albeit a bit more music based. I don't know, I really like it. We once again see some Tana footage, not a whole lot here that we haven't already seen outside of her reveal from a couple weeks back, so let's move on to Dingodile, who is also playable in the pirate themed level. Now this is our first time that we've seen Dingo ever since the last PlayStation State of Play, so it's great to see him again firing a TNT crate at this crab pirate. Ouch. And unlike the State of Play trailer, we can hear a little bit of Dingodile's voice, and I believe that it's the same VA from CTR Nitro Fueled, Fred Tatasqueer. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think we can spot a new level here in inverted mode with spiky balls everywhere, and then we get to see this Tiger Temple looking area that we've seen in the State of Play trailer in inverted mode. Another type of inverted mode that we get to see in the trailer is a comic book theme in what appears to be Snow Way Out, with the crate going poof whenever you break them. It's what you would expect in a comic book themed level, and it actually kind of reminds me of Sly Cooper a little bit. Crash's skin here looks to be a chicken suit skin. The next skin in the next level, I honestly cannot tell what it is. But this level in inverted mode looks very, very gradient or something, and I have absolutely no clue how to describe the look of this level. But what I can tell is that it appears to be a jungle level and not of a prehistoric variety. We have another new level. It looks to be a cave-like level, but I'm not too sure. However, these creatures have lights hanging from their heads, so it could very well be a cave level. Engine's weapon of mass percussion, or the Womp for short, I just love how clever that name is. We can actually hear it saying 1, 2, 3, 4 before I guess the music starts in the boss, and that's pretty awesome, seeing as the boss is music themed. Next up was an absolutely big reveal, at least for me personally, because I'm a big fan of the second game in the Insane trilogy, Cortex Strikes Back, as the sections where Crash rides Polar are making a return, just like the jet ski sections from the same game. And this looks amazing. Just look at how happy Polar is, and how cute Crash looks with that winter coat on. It's absolutely adorable as they chase after Cortex. But seriously, can we get a winter coat Crash as a skin for every level? I so need this. There is a lighthouse in the background here. I don't think that this is part of the Snow Way Out dimension. I'm not too sure. The Mega Mix Mania-esque level, oh dear, this looks like death. How lovely. Next big reveal was that we are going to be getting a classic retro Crash skin, just like we did in CTR, for those who got the PS4 version. And this idea actually makes sense for those who want to play the game, and have it feel more like you're playing the original game. Now, to complete the package, there needs to be a retro low poly inverted mode option. However, I'm going to take it that this is going to be another PlayStation exclusive skin, like the other two that we found out about recently, except this one I'd say is a permanent exclusive and not time limited like the other two. At the end of the trailer, we can finally hear Dr. Entropy's voice, and I don't know, I'm thinking that they might have swapped his voice out like they did with Coco and Tana, because Entropy sounds a bit different than he did in the Insane trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, where he did have a bit of an accent. Here he still does, but maybe not as apparent. But nevertheless, I do like the voice direction that they're taking with Entropy in Crash 4. And again, he still looks just as menacing as the last time we saw him in the State of Play trailer. Dingodile is confirmed to be playable in the future-themed level alongside Tana, and we even get to see Cortex's brand new dirigible airship.
My airship! Without it, we're stranded!
And I don't know, at this angle, I'm getting some Skylanders vibes from this airship, particularly Flynn's ship. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised considering Toys for Bob are the ones who created the Skylanders franchise to begin with. But it appears like that we're going to have to quickly travel across this floating cockpit load to reach the airship where Cortex is. And the last shot we see before the trailer ends, I believe that this is Crash performing the Crash Dash, which is something that you unlock after beating the final boss in both Crash 2 and Crash 3, allowing Crash and or Coco to run faster by holding down a specific button, which is mainly useful for time trials and chase sequences, really. And that is it for today's trailer breakdown and analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you watched the whole thing, you're awesome as always. And I'm also looking forward to see what you guys think about this, and does this make you even more excited for Crash 4? Be sure to let me know down in the comments section below, and also be sure to stay tuned for more Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time content coming your way. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and the support. I've been Blueknight, and I'll see you guys back here next time.